Okay, traders, I just wanted to jump on here real quick and show you that my alert went off. So one of the alerts went off, and it's the Bitcoin alert. It said Bitcoin crossed 69,363 and 0.72. So I'm back on here to see if I need to place a trade, right? So once you get the alert, you want to go back onto the chart and see, okay, it went past the bottom, okay, which we did mark that up on the last video, and all we're looking for now is just a retracement back into that line. Okay, so once we get a retracement back onto that line, which I gotta wait 44 seconds to see if I can get a reaction off that line, because I'm looking for a candle to bounce off that line. And then the very next candle, I'm on a 5-minute time frame now, but I'm going to drop down to the 1 minute to see if we get that candle that retouched the orange, and we did. So we're going to place a sell order in right now, because if you look at the candle that retouched the orange line, which the execution happened to be on the 1 minute instead of the 5 minute, we actually got a bounce off the orange line here, which was support, now turned into resistance. Okay, because once it passes support, it becomes a resistance level. So we went ahead and placed a trade below, right on the very next candle. So I waited for that candle to close, placed a trade right after that candle closed. So we're up right now 300, you know, a couple of dollars if you look at the right. So and we want to pretty much stretch this out for a 1-to-1. So I'm going to do that with you guys right now and do a short order, since we entered right here a little late, but that's okay. And we want to make sure that our stop loss is like above the next high or the next low over here. And we want to stretch this out to about a 1-to-1. Let's see if we can get a 1-to-1. And if it hits TP, we're done. All right, so that's like a 1-to-1 right there. And all we do now is just monitor it. I'll probably place another trade so that we can maximize on the profits, because my entry's still right there. And we're just waiting for it to either, you know, hit the TP or hit the stop loss. So let me go ahead and set my TP number, okay, which is right here. I'm just gonna copy the coordinates and place it as a take profit under positions. You put it in as a take profit. Gonna do it pretty quick because it's happening pretty fast. Confirm that, and that would be a $3,000 profit if it does hit the TP number. And now, like I said in previous video, you want to protect your money, right? So you want to make sure you set a stop loss. So the stop loss, if I put the line there, copy the coordinates, and I'm going to go ahead and place the coordinates into the account. So just to let them know that, hey, stop me out if the market reverses and goes the opposite direction. So my risk to reward ratio is a 1-to-1. So I'm risking really $3,644 to make $3,267. Okay, so we're just gonna have to wait to see if it's gonna hit TP. So it looks like it's happening pretty fast, and that's the strategy. The strategy is, number 1, you mark up the charts. Number 2, you set alerts. Number 3, you come back into the chart to see if it will bounce off your alert line. Okay, once it retraces and bounces off the alert line and gives you a, what do we say, a bearish engulfing candle, which is the very next candle after it retraced. Once it hits that makes that bearish engulfing candle, you want to enter the trade for a 1-to-1. Okay, so I'm up in profit about $2,500 right now. So it's teetering around my TP level, or I'm looking for like another strong push down. But if it doesn't, then we'll just close out the trade, because you don't want to let your money slip away. Okay, so matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and just move my stop loss all the way down here. So that way, if it does retrace, I could profit and make a small profit. Okay, or I can close it out for a $2,000 profit. So I'm just waiting for it to either hit the TP. And that's another thing, you can always move your stop loss, okay, down. You don't want to move it, you know, any lower than you already set it. You want to move it down. So as you can see, the market is teetering back and forth. So in order to collect a profit of 2,300, I just got to close out the trade right now. If it goes above this candle, which it looks like it's doing, I'm going to go ahead and close the trade. And that's exactly what I did, because I didn't like the fact that it didn't continue go lower, okay, to hit my TP. Sometimes that happens, and you just want to go ahead and close out the trade and walk away with a bag. So let's look at my profit. Based on what I've taught you guys earlier in my previous video, if we go to the balance history, we made a profit of about $1,795, which I'm not mad about, okay? Because like I said, the money that you want to make is in the market. You got bills, you can extract your bill money out of the market. $1,795.89. What can you do with it? Okay, could you pay your bill? Could you buy some groceries? Okay, can you save? Can you put some aside for emergency money? Okay, what can you do with it? Okay, and if it does hit the TP, looking like it's going to hit my TP profit, I'm still not mad at it. I got my money, I'm out. Okay, so you know, don't ever feel like, you know, if I would have held it a little bit longer, I would have made a little bit more money. That's not the thought process you should have when it comes to psychology. You want to have the thought process of, you know, at least making a profit and closing out at a number that you're happy with, okay? Because you entered the trade risking 3,000, and you made, and I made, based on this demo account. This is all demo account, because my live accounts are not active until Monday, and I usually don't trade on weekends. But being that Bitcoin is active, and I did a training on, you know, marking up Bitcoin, I wanted to show you guys that the strategy in itself works. Okay, you just got to back test it and see if it'll work for you. Okay, so with that being said, it's not going to be a long drawn out video, but as you can see, it's about to hit the TP, which is okay. All right, could have walked away with a bigger profit, but it's okay. I just didn't like the fact that it was pulling back towards that area. Boom, TP is hit. I would have made 3,000, but I'm okay with the 1,700 that I made. So it's a win. Nevertheless, it's a win. So I'm happy about that. I'm glad I was able to bring this strategy to you guys' attention. Rewatch the previous video, come back and watch this as a confirmation that the trading strategy works. And now I'm just going to monitor it to see if it goes any lower than this particular point right now. But usually you set it and forget it, and you walk away with the bag, you make some money, and you're happy, and you don't overtrade. Like, I'm done, I don't have to trade again. Okay, if I place another trade and it goes against me, then why did I place that trade? Why am I overtrading? Okay, just now recalibrate, set a strategy for the next trade. Okay, always have a strategy for the next trade. Just don't re-enter out of the whim and say, I'm going to jump back into the water. Now, would you jump in a water that was infested with sharks? Of course not. Of course not. You would wait for the all clear sign before you jump in the water. You'd wait for the sharks to leave or swim to a different destination than around the water that you're about to jump into, right? So the same way with this, with trading, you don't jump in, okay, because it may reverse and go against you. All right, so hopefully guys, you got some value out of the video. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and say, hey, look what this guy just taught me. I'm going to use this strategy, I'm going to practice it, I'm going to do it day in and day out and see if it works for me. That's all you can do, Because if you're watching a lot of YouTube videos about traders with their strategies and they have the, the golden rule, or there's no such thing as a golden rule anyway. But you have to realize that trading is a big puzzle. You have to watch videos and give you pieces to fill your puzzle. And what is your puzzle? Your dreams. Okay? So if you cut out a picture and you put it in different slices and you create a puzzle, okay, each time you learn something new, you take that piece and you put it in your puzzle. Okay? By the time the puzzle is completely filled with all the pieces, then you get your dream. Okay? That's the way I think of it. That's the way you should think of it. And again, hey, trading is not easy. Okay, but it's simple. Not easy, but it's simple. All you need is a trading strategy, all you needed patience, and all you need to do is believe that you can win. All right? Thanks so much for watching, traders. You guys have a great one. We'll do this again next week.